enjoy the fun, chatting with interesting people while styling while we run. It's Kickin in Crocs. We're kicking in Crocs.
Hello,
Still
and
the
welcome to
same.
Kickin' and Crocs, the podcast. We talk about martial arts stuff, geeky stuff, and all sorts of stuff.
I thought it was
My
still
name
one
is
half.
Steve,
Oh,
one
I
third
guess
of
it is.
Kickin' and Crocs.
Dave, I guess I'm a 1/3 now. Oh, that's right, because you're the...
Oh, today I'm the shadow third.
No!
He failed.
No, you're the...
Failed.
Final third.
Because the shadow half is definitely Kelsey who chimes in
Kelsey
for the
is now
shadows.
shadow half of Kicking and Crocs now.
Okay. Anyway, the final third.
For today's podcast, we have with us not one, but two guests. Two guests with us today.
It would have been better
The
if you had
first-
not one, not two, but three guests. But we only have two.
We only have two. Yeah, we can't make it cool. We can't make it cool, so it's just two guests. The first guest is a return guest. He came onto the podcast a while ago. We talked about the top 10 greatest sports or top 10 most popular sports the last time he was here, and now he's back once again. It's Sensei Rob Rudnicki.
Hello.
Where's my thing?
Oh, you put it all the way behind you.
I didn't put it there.
Hold the microphone next to it. That's the wrong one. No, it has to be on the speaker's on the other side of it. There we go. That'll do.
Wait.
There we go. That's a little.
Okay.
And the second guest, who is waiting very patiently while we do our shenanigans for some reason, he is also a second-degree black belt martial artist. He has a wickedly fast sidekick, an incredibly frustrating jab, and he once knocked me out. It's Dan Smith.
Hello.
That was perfectly timed.
We'll tell that story too.
We'll have to tell. I mean, we have to. He's here, so we're gonna have to.
All right.
But first things first. The reason why we have these two gentlemen on with us tonight is that last week we mentioned we had started.
We wanted to tell people.
Yeah, we did. We just wanted to feel tall. Honestly, is what it is. Exactly. No, the real reason is that we mentioned last week we started a Kickin' and Crocs fantasy football league with a bunch of the karate crew. And
Well, we didn't so much start it as
didn't really
as
start-
such as
we jumped
Rob
into it.
started it.
Yeah, Rob suggested it. We talked about this. Rob suggested it, and then we all jumped on board. And Dan is involved in this as well. So we figured we might as well do some fantasy football talk since we got the two of you guys here.
Dan's also involved in a video that's coming out.
Yep.
Soon.
It'll be coming out.
Yeah.
Hopefully by Monday. So tomorrow. See, he's catching on. He's catching on with how to use the microphone to make sure this happens.
Okay.
So, first things first. What made you want to do fantasy football with the dojo crew?
So I've been playing fantasy football for a few years now, and
He's going to be doing that randomly all night, by the way. You should not have handed that to him.
where'd it go?
Rob, make this story exciting. Please add some voices. Thank you.
After every word, I'll just have Dave just.
Go on.
So I've been playing fantasy football for a long time now, and I always just enjoyed it, and it's enjoyable if you like the sport because you get to watch the other teams that you really don't root for, and you kind of hope for.
And he gets a root for him a little bit, right? Yeah, I
you
kind of
root
found
for,
that.
like some underdog.
I was like, why am I rooting for a guy on the 49ers? I've never rooted for the
Gotta
49ers.
take that away from
And
you.
you just, I don't know, it opens up different things to the sport. I mean, there's certain players that I've just learned to like because, well, they've done great for me in fantasy. Are they doing great in fantasy this year? Not so much. But
So I remember you were like, would you be interested in doing a fantasy league? And I'm like, I watch football, but I watch football the way like a first grader might watch football.
Ooh, football.
I know the general rules. I know the players on my team, and I watch all the games. That's what's funny is I do watch all the games on Sundays, but I couldn't tell you player stats. And I don't follow any of the preseason stuff. So I was like, oh boy, this is gonna be
so what's so funny is through all the years of me working at the dojo, like every time, like at the end of the night, we're cleaning up and everything. Dan's always walking around with me, helping clean up and everything. And whenever it's football season, we always talk about the fantasy leagues that I'm in. And it's like, who should I start this week? Who should I put in? Like, what do you think? Years of this.
The funniest thing is I don't really watch football.
But he's giving me great suggestions for it.
based on what? Are you just looking at the stats, Dan? Or, I know
it's
you're a
really
math
counting
guy. and-
stats. I look up like counting stats, and then I watch like highlights of the games sometimes, not all the time. But mainly, it's just like, all right, let me just go through the box score and see like who had
Has-
a bunch of receiving yards or.
Has
whatnot.
this have you watched more since you started doing this, or not really?
It's made me more interested in football for sure.
Ah.
So I was like,
Nick knows nothing of football.
I love to be involved.
Nick's like, I thought you meant soccer.
Yeah, I completely took this for the wrong thing.
really
Yeah.
weird conversation.
Yes.
Um,
We could make one of those pools too, though. But
we could.
do-
I saw it on there. Yeah.
I do need to change the name of my team though to projected to lose.
Aw.
Like that's gonna be the name of my team. I'm always projected.
Mine's destined to lose.
But so just years of it. I looked at Dan one night, and I'm like,
Their eyes locked.
Was it romantic?
I looked at Dan one night. Okay, you didn't
It's
say it like
just
that
kind of
from now on.
weird.
I think we should make.
I had a fantasy.
You're me in this
Staring at
situation.
me, right at me as he's saying this.
You are now Dan
I
Smith. in
peered
this
into his
situation.
eyes.
Gotcha.
There were sparkles. And then Dan hit me and ran.
with a light twinkle in his eye.
Stop it, Rob.
So I looked at Dan and I said, you know what? Like, let's make a fantasy league. Let's give it a try. Who do you think we can invite into it from the dojo? And we kind of compiled.
Wait, you mean sucker into it? Yeah, I saw that. You're like, who do you think we could have
I mean, I was-
invite? Into?
First of all, no, because you get more help from Rob. Commissioner Powers.
One big help.
Big help.
Big help.
It was a big.
So
help.
so you compiled
Does
your
everybody
list.
get
So I
one?
compiled the list and then I asked everyone. And I'm like, you know what? Like,
I haven't got
let's
one.
give it a try. So we put the league together. We had our draft and away we went. We did not count week one. Week one counted as an automatic draw for everyone.
Yeah, we started a little late.
But it gave everyone a taste of, hey, you have to put your best players.
Well, I think next year we do like an in-person draft, maybe.
100%.
You know, so somebody's not
So
putting
someone's
together
not putting up
a bookshelf.
bookshelf in the middle of the.
No, I mean we'll have snacks. We'll get like football snacks. We'll make a thing. We'll get one of those big whiteboards they always see on like.
As a team, we build a bookshelf.
We need the whiteboard, and everybody has to like write in their pick.
That's what I'm saying.
So, but what I was laughing about is just some of your guys' football knowledge and like who you know is still playing and certain things like that. And I know some people still thought Tom Brady was playing and Drew Brees.
Who saw Tom Brady? I knew Tom Brady and Drew Brees weren't playing.
Somebody else forgot that they or didn't know that they retired.
Is it you?
Sorry if it is Hilly.
He thought Drew Brees was still playing. He didn't play last season either. Oh my God! And Tom Brady's doing commentary.
He is now actually.
But Brady did say he may come back. 'Cause that's just
Oh
him.
my
Oh my
God!
God.
Stop it.
But I don't
Go
think
away.
So, but like, you know, it's funny. If we had done a fantasy UFC draft, I know every fighter. I'd be like, no, this guy's this. and
Actually,
this.
I would be interested in doing that.
That's the only thing I
the
know.
only problem is that it's not a
We
season,
should
though. It
definitely
goes
do
all
that,
year
without a
round,
doubt.
so I don't know
But
how
I don't even know how you would do that
don't
though.
even
What do
do
you
that
just
either.
pick like do you do it per event?
It would
Per
probably
card?
be Per card.
And then
Kind
you
of
get
like
points
how.
for every, like you'll get build-up points for every guess you are close enough, or over and under you are for the match, and then by the end of the year you add up your total points.
Rod's gonna Google fantasy UFC now.
It probably is a thing. Comment below if you know if fantasy UFC is a thing or not.
I mean, because that's a sport I know. The way some people know football, I know that.
UFC as well. Yeah.
But I didn't get into football until after college. I was never interested in it until I moved out of my
I
own.
didn't really get into football until I was older either. So
When I moved out of my house, that's when I started watching on like
you
Sundays.
had Sunday to yourself.
And
Yeah,
then
so-
like my buddy Chung would come over and he liked sports, so that's how I started. And then I picked the Giants obviously because I grew up with people in my family fans of the Giants,
Yeah,
and this is our area. So
Hometown team.
I chose the Jets when I was a kid.
because you like planes,
No, I chose the Jets
they have wings.
because my
Here
older
comes the Jets, open wide. I love Jets, Eddie.
no, I chose the Jets because my older brother chose the Giants, and I was like, I don't want to root for the same team as you, but I don't want to root for a team that's like New York is closest. Like we don't have any New Jersey.
It was
football
just because
teams.
the Jets
And he's-
chant is Jets, and he doesn't have to spell the team. He's like, great, they spelled it for me. Because if I have to spell Giants, I'm at a loss. J-I-N-S.
And he spelled it wrong too because he said J instead of G. Anyways.
That was the joke. That was the joke.
Anyways, so Dan, how's your experience with
This
fantasy
guy-
football been so far?
Don't even try.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Because it's now suddenly it's like, all right, now I'm watching the box scores more intensely and going, all right, hopefully my player does well. And so far this week, not a good start.
But you're-
started you off great.
But Dan does not trash talk, really.
No.
You don't
not
chime
really.
in.
Very, very quiet.
We've
That's what
actually
I call
just
the nicknames
started
out.
Dan's career as a bookie.
Right? Imagine.
Well, you know what's interesting now, because iOS 18,
Yes.
speaking, but it jumped onto RS texting. So now, like when you send media, high quality pictures will come through on Android the same way they do on iPhones. You know how that used to be a problem. So legitimately, when we send all the stuff, when we trash talk, like the stickers and all that stuff, now Dan sees perfectly clear, and yet he does not participate.
That's cool.
I'm gonna trash talk him so hard, but we played already though, didn't we?
very-
Yeah, we did. I don't know when we play next.
He's very, very. I don't know. What was?
Will we play again?
What?
Yes.
Oh, I'm gonna trash talk you so hard.
Waivers you next
All right.
week.
You
Yeah,
said
yeah.
that this week,
No, no, no.
and I
We keep
don't.
on
Have,
cycling through. We keep cycling through. So once all of the matchups between us have been exhausted, then it just recycles back.
I just find it hard to trash talk when it's like, it's the players doing all the work. I
Exactly.
just picked who I'm starting.
That's the way I feel too.
no, I can trash talk anything.
He can.
You can
I
find a
don't
way.
doubt that.
You can be like, oh my God, I whooped you. My picks were so great. I made picks great again.
I don't think
I'm-
we'll
I'm
have
not
to
a fan
worry
of the-
about that
You got
this
rid
year
of your
though.
first overall pick.
I just don't like how they project things. Like, quit projecting me as a loser. We haven't played yet.
Dude, it's true though because I've been projecting as a winner for this week, but I don't really know how the players are going to play on the day. They might do terrible.
Well, I learned this
We don't know
week.
what's going to happen.
I learned this week as I had Graham Gano, the kicker for the Giants, because the Giants is my team. And then I knew he was questionable, but you know he's a good kicker. You got to admit, Gano's a good kicker when he's
He's
on.
been in the league for a long time.
First kick of the game, he goes out. First kick of the game, Gano goes out. Out. Just out of the game. And I'm like, well, that's not good. And then I start questioning if I can just get rid of him now, like in the game, and put somebody else in. And they're like, nah, can't do anything once the game's going. I'm like, no. That's a dumb rule.
The only thing that could happen is the commissioner can override it and swap that player.
Well, gee willikers.
Um,
If only we knew the
No,
commitment.
no, that's okay. I'm okay with my guy going
just
out.
put in the best
But-
players every week.
Exactly.
that, you know what? Injuries do happen in games.
It's true. It's part of the
Yeah,
game.
oh yeah, it's part of the game. I mean, that was definitely a part of that Giants game.
Mm-hmm. And it's,
You know, because it didn't kick the ball at all after that.
Yeah.
All 2-point conversion attempts.
We're met with failure.
Attempts. It's gonna be a long season for me. So even before fantasy, I'm a Giants fan, and
Yeah.
it's been a rough couple of years.
We beat the
And it's the
Patriots,
lack of a
man.
fantasy right now.
Do you know how good that makes me feel?
told you the Jets stirred.
Yeah, but
feel
it's
amazing.
not the Patriots of old.
I know it's not the old
Come
Patriots.
on.
I don't care. We beat the Patriots. Come on, man. But they're our division rivals.
So
I don't care if they're bad this year or not.
My
They're our
favorite thing
division
so
rivals.
far is Vinatelli just happened tonight. Vinatelli dropped a player. And
Oh, here we go. Yes,
Vod
there it
been
is.
giving him nonsense about dropping said player.
So in our
Which player was
in
it?
our league, I'll tell you in a
Oh, yeah,
second.
go ahead.
In our league, I say every day Vinatelli picks up and drops 3 people a day.
Seems like it, yeah.
If you look in our
In
our
the chat?
history,
Yeah.
in the chat, you'll just see pick up, drop, pick up, drop, pick up, drop, and he dropped Aaron Lazard, who was a former Green Bay Packer, who went to the Jets along with Aaron Rodgers. Let's go! And he had a fantastic game. I think in our league, he scored a touchdown, and it was like 60 yards or something like that, which
Wait.
came out to like
He's a Jet.
who?
Yeah.
Lazard.
Yes.
Jets.
Just. Someone's putting in a waiver claim for this Wednesday.
So that's the story.
That's what we're getting to.
I know. Yeah.
So, I was telling Venatelli, I'm like, why did you get rid of him?
Wait, where is he in the waiver claims?
Me.
Yeah,
I can pull that up.
better be below me.
But I was
Because
telling,
I already that's the funniness of the story.
Yeah, keep going.
I was telling Venatelli that why'd you get rid of him? He's a good receiver. Like he's rostered in a lot of leagues. He's good to have. Oh, well, I should pick him up. And I said, well, you could always go into the waivers and pick him back up.
So-
but he already played, so it's going to take a lot longer to pick
Yeah,
up.
it's
in
gonna
the
take
back-
so what
so-
is it? Wednesday? Wednesday is when the
Wednesday.
process is.
So in the
So there we
back
go.
of the so they're in the back of the dojo, and Rod's walking him through. Okay, here's how you claim on a waiver. This is what you got to do. So while they're doing that, I'm sitting at the front desk with my phone open, claiming a waiver for Lazard. Just while they're talking, I'm gonna claim this. So then we check. I'm ahead of Vinatelli in the waivers.
Well, everyone's ahead of Venatelli. He's in last place at 10th in
So-
the waivers. Master Dave, you were at 5th.
yes.
Corsentino, you're in 6th.
Ha!
I'm good. I'm good. It would just been funny if I could have
I'm
gotten
in
him 'cause he's a
3rd.
Jet.
Migliaccio, you're in 4th.
Don't put any
But-
waiver.
But number 1 is Dan Smith.
I have the opportunity to do the funniest thing.
Don't do it. Don't.
I
Don't
can
you
go
dare.
in and
He's
just
mine.
make a claim.
No.
And then
no.
it'll be his automatically.
It was just funny because while they were trying to get it all set up, I snaked it from them.
Now, let me ask you: did you kind of make like you overheard them in the back talking? Right? You said
They were talking at the front desk
front
before they
desk.
went to the back because Steve went to go change.
okay.
They
So
talked about it. No, they talked about it before classes even started. Was it yesterday?
This
Now-
conversation about Lazard
did you make
started
it-
before the game yesterday.
Gotcha.
So
Now, wouldn't it have been really funny if you walked up and be like, "Hey, I see this guy Lazard just got dropped. I think I'm gonna put in a claim for him."
No, I walked back and I was like, "Oh, I put in a claim for him." And Steve's like, "What?" I said, "Yeah."
love it.
And then he's like, "Where?" So we had Rob look up
Who was
the
hitting
order,
Yeah.
Order.
and he's like, "Oh, he's last." I'm like, "Ha ha ha ha."
Yep.
And
Sorry,
Dan's
Nick,
first.
So someone's
I
taking
didn't
him.
put a claim in, so I don't even know how
It
I'm
changes each week.
No, it's just the order in which if you were to claim a waiver,
Waiver as in like another player.
right?
A player off the
So if we all go for the same player, the guy who's higher in the order is
Yeah,
gonna
like
get it.
So-
Sarah
Or
stole
lower-
Sam Darnold from me.
So like one of the big things is so Christian McCaffrey, the running back for the 49ers, who's a great running back, especially in fantasy.
Oh, we're gonna talk about the help that you gave Nick.
Well, that's going in the it'll segue perfectly into the waiver talk.
Outstanding. Let's do it.
So Nick in our
Nick
draft had the
handicaps over here.
first overall pick.
First.
And he picked Christian McCaffrey.
Great pick.
Great pick. He's been injured though.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He hasn't played the first
He chose the yay first. Anyways,
I forget which one's which.
he hasn't played the first 3 games. So I'm sitting there and I look on the waivers and I see Nick dropped Christian McCaffrey. So immediately I text Dave Caravella and I said, "Do I use the commissioner rule and send McCaffrey back to Nick because I don't think he realized what he did?"
He's dead weight.
Well, and
he's dead. Well, now because he's injured. But continuing.
so he's a great player, and I didn't want a whole battle in the waivers for our first week of who's gonna grab Christian McCaffrey and who's gonna fight
A
about
battle
it.
between who? You, Caravella, and like
Me,
Dan?
I would have put in for him.
All I saw was out, and I'm like, if you're out here, you're out on my list.
I don't pay enough attention to know like who got dropped.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to like make sure I pay attention who got dropped, especially with Vinatelli because he just dropped everybody.
He dropped. I made him switch to tight end for the Bengals' new second receiver. I'm gonna mispronounce his name, but I know they were nickname calling him Yoshi.
Yoshi.
Mhm.
So cool.
He's like a second-year wide receiver, but he's a really good wide receiver. Last week he got like 2 touchdowns.
Wow.
So yeah.
So-
I
learning-
wanted to pick him up, but we had an extra.
I'm learning nuances though. Like
Yeah,
it
we're
didn't
learning
even
as we
occur.
go.
It didn't even occur to me until Rob was like talking yesterday that like, oh, if people on your team, if their team's on a bye week, that player's
You
going
gotta
to earn
be-
you
yeah, you
no
gotta-
points.
no
And I was
points.
like,
You gotta swap 'em
I
out.
forgot all about bye weeks.
How do I identify a team that's on a bye week without me watching it?
They should
if
tell
you.
you.
Go
It
on
should.
The app,
I think it
it'll,
says it, right?
Like,
It'll just say
dully
bye,
gray
right?
out that player and say they're on a bye week.
You have to bench them. Okay, got
You
it.
have to
That's
bench
when you
him and
bench
swap
and
him
you
out.
swap.
See,
Yep.
right? Because teams get bye weeks. I always know when the Giants are like, oh, Giants are on bye, but like now I'm like, oh man, I have to pay attention to like individual
swap in and out, right?
players.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
could be your star quarterback, and they're out for that week.
I have 3 quarterbacks.
You do have 3 quarterbacks. I'm
I
down
have 3
to 2.
quarterbacks too.
I have 3 quarterbacks.
My
I have the
one,
greatest
yeah.
quarterback known to man, Daniel Jones.
We can let him
Maybe
dream, it's
they're
okay.
just experimenting because they're out of college and not necessarily by yet.
I was gonna say. I mean, the Giants are looking at a new quarterback.
Questionable.
The old Jets quarterback, Zach Wilson.
Have fun. You can have.
I have a solid.
Yeah,
I have
good,
solid,
Goodbye.
I have a solid.
He
3
had potential in the
quarterbacks.
You
beginning.
do have a solid 3 quarterbacks.
I mean,
and then
they're
we
not terrible.
realized.
I did help you pick one of them off waivers, which was very smart. In Derek Carr.
Yep. The Jordan Love, if he comes back.
Hopefully he comes back this week.
Yeah.
Packers need a win.
Packers need a win. Nick
Uh-huh.
needs a win.
Nick said he needs a win.
Yeah, I don't know. What place am I in now?
Overall, he's not.
Well, I think
bad,
Rob's
right?
dead last.
Funny enough, I am dead last in our league. Nick, you are in 8th.
Ooh.
How are you?
What am
dead
I in?
last? You got a lot of points the one time. Oh, we didn't count. week
I'm
one.
in dead last because Dan Lohmeyer.
Yeah. See, this is where we're not gonna agree. When Rob started this league, he knew nobody really played, so he's like, "I'll help you out. I'll answer whatever questions you might have." So then Dan Lohmeyer, younger Dan, was like, "I don't know what I'm doing." He's like, "What would you do?" So Rob gave him all the advice on players to pick. So Dan picked those players. Now Rob's like, "Oh, you took my whole team."
So the night before our draft, we did a mock draft, like a practice draft. And
What do you think he was gonna do?
Well, I had a feeling like he was going to take some of the players, but I was pick number 5. He was pick number 2. So as we're going through the draft, I'm just looking at the draft board. I'm like, I wanted him. I wanted him. I wanted him.
That's
You shouldn't-
okay.
you shouldn't
Steve
help
did that to me because I want.
Oh, 2 times.
I had my screen set
I'm Patrick Mahomes.
on Patrick Mahomes.
Yep.
Like, Mahomes, he's mine. He's mine. And then you took him right before me.
And
I was like,
this is
"Oh,
why I
my
love
God."
fantasy
He's
football
mine.
because everyone gets heated
He's
for a little bit.
mine.
So you enjoy tearing apart friendships, is what I
Not
understand.
terrible friendship. No one's made a trade yet. No one's made a
I
lazy
don't know
trade.
if I want to try and trade. Honestly,
I'm not
I
trading
don't know.
nobody nothing.
Yes, I don't know if I want to try and trade.
Trade them all. Do a V-Rock.
Maybe
Trade
with
the whole
Dan.
team.
No
Dan
trade.
seems
I
reasonable.
mean, I'm thinking about trading a running back right now.
Oh, are you?
You want
I
you want
might
my
need
my
one.
negative 0.7 guy?
Well, I don't know about that.
Why don't you just drop him? You don't have to trade him.
Stevenson is a good running back.
Yeah,
I
but
just think
negative
he had
points.
He had a bad week.
Oh, it was a bad week.
Yeah, see, that's the thing is like when you go to trade, obviously you're going to want to trade people that are not doing great because if you trade somebody great, I mean, you could trade
My
somebody
strategy
that's
is
doing
trade
well
away
for
my
someone
high
that's doing
scores.
better. If you could trade for somebody doing well for someone that's doing better, I guess, but
So,
like, you got to make that trade look good.
but
I haven't
this is
captured
also
that
this
yet.
is also
Don't know
where you
exactly
can
yet.
look into this and see the schedules.
Right, exactly.
so,
Who's
like-
playing who? Yeah.
You can see a team has a very easy first few weeks versus certain teams.
Yeah.
Hey, they're going to be great for you in the beginning of the season. If someone's like just only paying attention, he scored 20 points in fantasy, 20 points in fantasy, going on and on each week. And then when it gets to it, hey, they're now versing the toughest teams in the league. And you traded him away. They're not getting good points for you now.
So Dan, before this, is there a sport you watched?
I watch ice hockey.
Ice
Ooh,
hockey.
okay.
I did know
don't,
that.
but okay.
Now, is your favorite part how they dodge left to right away from things that may be on the side, avoiding hitting them?
What is this joke?
He's talking about.
I
He's
don't know
talking
anything about
about.
ice hockey.
I gotta watch out for wild trees.
Oh.
He's talking about how.
Oh,
on the way
okay.
here.
Yeah.
I was trying to reference something with ice
No.
hockey. Okay.
Well, yeah, I didn't know your whole family likes ice hockey, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your team?
New Jersey Devils.
But
Yeah.
the reference Nick was making was that we, in coming to this podcast, we cost Dan a mirror.
Yep.
How does he remember which button does what and you don't?
I do now.
Let him do it 3 times.
This
He
is
used it for an entire podcast episode.
yeah, but
How did How did we cost Dan a mirror?
I just wasn't paying attention for like 2 seconds.
and he crashed up my neighbor's tree with his mirror.
Yeah, not the whole car, just the mirror.
Thank goodness.
Yes.
So you got to fix that mirror now.
Yep.
Kicking Crocs is not liable for any of our
You're
guests.
not. You
Just so
signed the waiver. You signed the waiver.
I did it to myself.
Yeah, that's all good, man. I did the same thing once.
To
So
be
one time
fair,
was
I
driving-
love watching ice hockey. I really do. Just to go back into that, I've been to a couple of Devils games years ago. We were at Richter's retirement game for the Rangers. I'm not a Rangers fan, but we did go to the retirement game. My friend worked for Coca-Cola at the time and got us box seats for his retirement game. And I easily think it's one of the most exciting sports to watch live.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's just nonstop action always. Love it.
We grew up Rangers fans because my dad was a hockey fan. Is a hockey fan. He doesn't watch as much anymore, but so when they made their Stanley Cup run when I was a kid, we watched like every game, and that was exciting because hockey's fast paced. I like fast paced things.
I can't keep pucks over there, pucks over there, pucks over there, pucks over there. I can't.
There wasn't. Yeah,
I'm not ADHD enough for this.
They started highlighting the puck when it's.
Yeah.
Did they?
They did it for a little
haven't
bit,
watched
and
ice
then they
hockey in
took it
years.
away because people are just like, it's too distracting.
Yeah, well, I remember when they added it, and I was like, I don't know how I feel about
Yeah.
this, but it's not hard to. I mean, you can follow it.
No. You just watch the puck be on one guy's stick, and then it just disappears, and suddenly it's in the back of the net.
That's how it was for
I
me.
feel like what they should have done, I think they were on the right path, but instead of highlighting it like bright yellow, they should have just put like a little gray or some kind of like almost extended the size of the puck.
Yeah,
Just
I
so
think
you-
it was red.
Yeah,
There
well,
might
whatever
have been-
color it was, it was too much.
It probably depended on broadcast which color it was.
Oh, to see what? Yeah, I get
But
what you're saying.
I could understand having like an extra shadow around the puck
Yeah,
just to
yeah,
make
yeah.
it a little bit bigger for viewing.
They should have made it ridiculously big with CGI. So it
This
was
is a ginormous thing getting knocked around the
Size
ice.
of it.
It's
yeah.
one of those video games where like you can put in like the cheat code that gives the
Yeah,
players the
yeah,
giant
that's what I'm
heads.
saying, yeah.
Yeah. I love
Speaking
that.
of video games, you can design video games.
I can.
That is your thing, yes.
I do.
Tell us about it.
Tell us about it. Oh, jeez.
He can design video games.
Yeah.
We should commission him to a Kickin and Crocs video game.
Mobile app.
Yeah, you could do like a little mobile video game. Yeah, like he had an idea for this one video game. You can give him the microphone. He had the idea for this one video game where he was it was a side scroller, and it was the Kickin and Crocs guy, and he just goes through, and one of his ranged attacks is he throws a croc at someone. So he came up with that.
Or
a
it could
little
be his
while back.
power ups, like different colored
Yep.
Crocs could have them change, similar to the mushrooms in Mario Brothers, the original Mario Brothers. Right? We could do stuff like that.
Exactly.
Or you can just keep it super simple, just have them walk across a room and
Kick
like shot people.
Yeah,
That's all I
exactly.
could do.
Yeah.
Well, we talked about doing like a web comic first, so we'd have to introduce like a cast of characters, perhaps.
We already have quite a few.
to go with Crocs logo.
Yeah.
Do we now?
We were gonna do Vincenzo the shark. We were gonna do Sergeant V Rocket. You don't remember this?
Oh yes, I do remember this now. And the Crocs give them different powers, different
you
gibbets.
do different Crocs. You gave
So,
people
but
powers.
so we have multiple characters we could have playable within the game. This
Exactly.
needs to happen.
It will happen because we have Dan.
Their own version of Power Rangers.
Oh boy, that's a lot of
Where
work.
they transform once they put the Crocs on.
It's a-
It doesn't have to look like.
And then we
crazy
could have
good. It can
offshoots.
look like the Ninja
Whoa,
Turtles
whoa.
one that came out. You know.
yeah,
He's a
just
regular
make
crocodile.
art- yes, that's
Basic.
myself. I'm not the
He
artist.
just steps
Oh,
into a croc, and then all of a sudden he's in a karate outfit. Done.
We could combine Dan's love of hockey, and we can make Crocky, and then it could be like Croc hockey, where they use their Crocs as ice skates, and it's just a simple hockey game. Like the best hockey game I ever played. I love the NHL, PA, and all that, like back in the Genesis days. But the original Super Nintendo ice hockey, where you could have the thin player, the fat player, or the medium-sized player. If you know what I'm talking
I know
about.
what you're talking about.
Oh, that game was awesome.
Do you like air hockey?
Oh, air hockey. I have an air hockey table downstairs in my basement.
Who doesn't like air hockey?
And then we built like a custom like ping pong surface that you can put on top of it and have a ping pong table.
That is always the way.
He
to
built
do it.
he
I
built
love
it custom out of the wood from the tree he hit.
Right, exactly.
last
Once he
time.
knocked the tree over with his
I was
mirror.
gonna say you can make one of the bosses in the game the tree.
Ah, yeah.
We get our
It's-
vengeance.
actually
It's an
really
inside
cool.
thing.
The way
you
to
know?
beat the
I love
tree is to just
Take your car.
one
drive into-
step to the left. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah.
Nick's gonna burn
At the
into
stationary
tree.
boss.
Dan was here.
Yeah, would burn into the tree that Dan was here.
I'm gonna get a knock on my door tomorrow. Be like,
Hey.
yo, did somebody at your house hit my tree yesterday? Yes,
Yep.
somebody did.
Nobody can hear what you're saying.
So I could wood burn his initials into a tiny little like plate and then hammer it onto the tree. Yes.
Now a lot of people are wondering why there's like a Nintendo DS initial in the tree.
DS though, those are gone for years. I still play the DS sometimes.
Mm. Yes. So that's fantasy football.
From fantasy
So that's
football to
fantasy
trees.
football. Exactly.
No, but I'm excited for the league. I think it'll be fun. I think
Yeah, it'd be a lot of fun.
6 of us move on to the playoffs, and then the 4 of us that are at the bottom go to the toilet bowl. So we'll see.
What is the toilet bowl?
It's
4
for the
worst
losers.
teams. And
What do you do in the toilet bowl?
it's basically the
Same thing.
The same thing. I mean, you get the bragging rights of being the worst team.
Or the best of the worst team?
It kind of makes a little bit more sense, I guess. Although the person that loses the toilet bowl can be the one that brags that they're the worst team because they came in at the exact bottom.
The top of the basement.
There you go.
That's like in Boy Scouts when they race the cars. You the Rusty Bucket Award, where it's like your car was the slowest and had no chance of winning. You recognize?
Do any Boy Scouts actually go for that award? Like, I built my car specifically for. Oh, you.
They just put the wheels on the block of wood.
Yeah, just you know you work on the look and that's it, and you don't care how it performs.
There you go. I like it.
Like when
Right? Yeah.
like when Luca,
Slow it down. Slow it down. Too fast.
like when Luca made Rob's truck as his
Remember that? Yes,
was
Rob
great.
Hope got it.
See, that's how he got
He
the
literally
award.
made
That's how he
Rob's
got
truck.
that award. It's the Rust Bucket Award. I love it.
So
So,
remember that time Dan almost killed you?
hard segue, but we're there.
I
Hard
never
segue,
heard this
but we're
story.
there. You never heard this story?
I was repping
How
the
in the
match.
world?
So
Have you heard
I,
this?
you
We'll
were
tell
repping the
it from
match.
each of our different perspectives.
You were repping the match. I was running the class.
So we'll tell it from each of our different perspectives here. Shall we start from left to right?
I think we start with the one running the class.
Well,
The one repping the
are you
match.
stage left? What are you talking about?
Stage left.
Okay.
to right.
I
You're
didn't know if
on
you were
the
saying
left
stage
side of the
left or
screen.
You know what I mean?
I know you're at.
Yeah, you know what
I'm
I'm
just
People,
here.
if you're still with us, comment down below which side of the screen Dave is on.
No, I know
Let
it's
him know.
stage left. That's why I'm asking. We're saying stage left. Do you know what stage left means?
Yes,
oh my
the left
God.
side of the screen. They're looking at you. You're on the left side.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but for me, he's the left. So we say we go left.
I'm
to right.
to your left, yes, but I pointed this way and said left to right.
Anyway,
They're not going to understand what the audio listeners are going to be like. Why are they laughing? Anyways.
Every time Nick talks
Yeah.
and the microphone gets close, he just stops talking.
okay. So I'm running a sparring class. We get to line sparring, which is basically where we do light sparring, light-ish. So I'm actually, we get to that point. We like to jump in and do a little sparring with the students as well. So no, actually, that was during matches.
This was during
no,
matches.
scratch that.
I was a student. at the
Scratch
time,
that.
Too, by
We
the
were
way.
actually in matches, so I was reffing a match on my end, and so I'm paying attention to what I'm doing. So I'm reffing my match, and I left Rob reffing.
This was also over close to 10 years ago. No,
No, not that long ago.
I don't think it was that long ago.
No. Because I got my first degree black belt in 2016. So we'll call it that it was like, I don't know, maybe 2015 ish.
So 9 years.
Yeah, so ish.
I was close. I rounded up.
So anyway, yeah, I'm reffing my match, and I'm doing my thing, and then Rob's reffing a match, and all I see as I look over is Steve laid out on the flag. I caught the kick, the hit, the drop, and then him just down. I was like, oh, he dead. I was like, I stopped my match. I had to walk over to check on you. Ed Lafferty was there. Dr. Lafferty was there. So the good doctor was like,
Oh yeah, Ed was
let
great.
me check him out.
Ed was great.
Make sure he's not dead.
The chiropractor, yeah, that was great.
Dr. Ed came over and checked your jaw alignment and whatnot.
Yep,
Because you had ducked into
Well,
a
we're going this way.
into a sidekick. Oh, I saw it.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it happen as I glanced over. Ugh.
Next.
All right, go, Rob, since I can't say any more about what I saw.
I'm sorry. So for me reffing the match, and we sparred every week. We sparred every Friday, all of us.
Well, I was a student, yeah.
And I was just, if you know from the Weapons Wednesday videos that you guys do, that was a shameless plug for you guys.
Thank you.
Right by the bags, I'm standing right there. And
Techniques of the week, too.
and techniques for the weeks. And all I see is Dan do the prettiest spinning sidekick.
It was not spinning.
You did turn.
I turned.
It was turn. I just saw the tail end of the kick.
So all you see is Dan's sidekick go up and under Steve's chin, and all you see is him go up, almost like a mannequin doll, like went up and then
Stiffened
just
body.
dropped.
Standard.
And when I say he dropped less than like 2 inches away from the bag, the base of the bag, he landed. And
It could have been a lot worse.
I tried to make sure, like, help my best I can.
It
like,
was, from my perspective, it was tough to see if it went underneath the chin or if it directly in the mouth, underneath the nose. All I saw was head snap back. So head snap back, him go down.
up in the air.
Dan does enjoy hitting people towards the bag, so.
Yeah, I do.
All you see was Steve go up, drop, and I'm like, please tell me he's okay. Please tell me he's okay. Please tell me he's
It's not
okay.
my fault. It's
And
not my
I'm
fault.
trying to reach my arm out to make sure he didn't whack his head on the bottom of the bag.
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse.
And then that's when you walked over, and I just remember all of us looking at each other, like you said. I hope he's not dead.
Oh, he did.
So what was your perspective, Dan?
So
killed
really,
the
the
man.
only thing,
So there was that day where I was awesome again, and I killed a man.
the only thing I really remember from the match is the kick that happened, and then just the aftermath of it. But I tried to pull the kick as much as I could because I saw him walking into it, and I went, "This is not ending well." And he just went like stiff as a board. It felt like, and I'm just like, "Uh-oh, this is bad." And then he fell.
And then there was a tree in the background.
And then the mirror. hit
So,
the tree.
Steve, what did you see in
The
those
tree was
moments
Rob.
of blinding light?
Moments of blinding light. No, it's pretty much the way they described it. So
And then Jesus
I
told
didn't
me-
remember. Yeah, it's
not your time, son.
yeah.
Draft
Yeah.
Mahomes.
Yes.
And I didn't understand what he was saying.
Mahomes first round.
And I had no idea what he was
Mahomes.
saying
Get Lazard
until
on the
this
waiver.
day.
Yeah.
Pick up Lazard.
Yeah.
And
Put
I
in your
did-
waiver claim.
It made no sense back then because nobody knew who Mahomes was. And now
Now it all makes sense. No, it's
not your
I didn't
time.
Remember, I didn't
Wait
remember
for
him spinning,
Mahomes.
but I guess he did
Mahomes.
because everybody else was saying that he spun. But I do remember it being a sidekick. It did come up underneath the bottom of my chin because I was stepping forward. So if I hadn't stepped forward, it probably would have gotten me right here, probably normally. But it was kind of coming.
I don't know.
Upper chest.
It might have been.
It was kind of curling up, like it was kind of going on this upward trajectory. So that's why I kind of curled right underneath my chin. So it didn't even hit me hard because, like he said, he did try to pull the sidekick. I could tell, but he was little tap,
And to be fair, you were still practicing lower chin blocks, so I get it.
lower chin box. Yeah, I was still practicing not having a double chin. I know it's my fault, but it comes in, boop, and then I was down, and then I just remember my jaw just hurting.
well, Lafferty,
That's
Dr.
why we
Lafferty
had Ed
went
check
over
me out.
and he checked out to
'Cause
make sure the
my jaw, the whole thing from like this side to this side just hurt because of it.
Yeah, well, I mean, he checked you out to make sure everything was still in alignment.
Yeah, nothing
He
was
might have put a little
dislocated.
factor in there, small touch, but
It's possible, but Ed said that nothing was dislocated,
Yep,
so I was like,
everything
all
was
right,
in
well, I'm
place.
fine then. I don't care. It was an accident.
Anyone that trains has had similar moments. So you're all good. Welcome to the club. Dan initiated you. Yay, Dan.
Yep.
And now we make jokes about it all the time, and it's really fun. I get to say that I got knocked out. It's a cool story.
yeah.
And I get to relive it every time.
It was not a cool story for the people refereeing the matches or running the classes.
Nope.
No.
But
Well, spoiler alert, I wasn't dead, so everybody's fine.
this is true.
There would be a different
I
third.
didn't come to it didn't
of
I wasn't knocked
kicking
out long.
Crocs. There would be a different third if that was the case.
Like we get that birdie.
Get a cutout.
Just keep him there propped up in the corner with a smile. No, we'll make sure you're smiling. I promise.
They push the corners of the lips up.
The jaw wouldn't move correctly if we tried to make it
No.
Like the skeletons where the jaw just falls off.
Yep. So that's the story of how.
That's the story of
Dan
how Dan
almost-
knocked me out.
And yet he can't avoid a tree.
Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe if he sidekicked
If
the
you
tree.
bought
Maybe
yourself
sidekick
a
it.
brown gi, that would work because he would avoid
A
it. He would take
tree. Yeah, I got you.
So
I
on,
was wondering where
on
you were going with
the
that.
on the scale of 1 to 10, though, how angry are you about that mirror?
Oh, it's easily a 10.
Oh.
Because I did it to myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Like,
that
it
make
was
you the
easily
most mad.
preventable.
His calm anger, though, I would have been like, mother, like, bleep.
I know.
He's just like, he came and he's like, I destroyed my mirror.
He did. He's like, well, I just destroyed my mirror. He shows us the picture. We're like, oh my god.
We're like,
Yep, exactly.
Bob, you got to fix it. You're good. You're a car guy. Fix it for him.
We
Come
all
on.
help each other.
You have a big
Sure.
garage with the lift. Fix it. You have to lift
He
it up.
lifts it.
Yeah, I need the lift to get to the mirror. Sorry, it's not my eye level, guys.
Goes like this. Shunk. All
Is
right, we're done.
Is it really necessary? I like the stretch.
I just like watching the car
can't.
go up.
You could go up.
Uh,
Go down.
All right,
goes
set
down.
your chair up.
Mechanic, so graceful.
That should stop it. You, out of all people, should have a lift under a recliner in your living room.
A lift under what?
A recliner. A chair.
Yes. I know what a recliner is.
Okay. Well, I don't know.
Whatever this was supposed to be, whether it was a joke or a comedy, it's dead.
You made it.
Yep.
We made it to the end of it. I think
We did.
we made it there. Throw the joke out? Okay, just had to repeat it because the microphone wasn't in front of you anymore. There you go. Nope, nope. Oh, hey. I'm not ad-libbing you. I'm not doing it.
No, you're dubbing him.
I'm not dubbing over him either.
An ad-lib is
I'm not
ad-lib's a different thing.
Subtitles.
like a silent movie. It'll just be him talking for a second, and then it skips to the screen with the text on it.
It's gonna be really interesting if the breaking of the mirror is just the first in a long downward
Oh, yeah.
spiral of your truck.
It's going to be
no.
terrible.
You know what they
You have an
say
older
about
truck.
breaking
Yeah.
the mirror.
Well, there was the. Oh.
Oh
I think
no!
I think the mirror portion of it
luck.
is still intact.
I think you're good. I don't think it. I mean,
But
it's
as
off,
long as the
but-
glass
Yeah.
isn't broken.
Well, if it was Rob's mirror that hit that tree would go down, and then we'd have to explain to our neighbor why,
Why
the
the tree was
knocked
down. Yep.
And Bob's stupid at 250
Yeah.
with his.
His tire would have hit it before it was mirrors would have.
That's true.
The tank.
Yeah, what would your monster truck name be for your truck?
I have no idea. A big blue, I guess.
Oh, that's
Blue.
boring.
No, blue.
That's
Boo.
If that's on the spot, I'm sorry.
Micro Machine. I have a Mini Cooper. It'd be Micro Machine.
Mine? I don't even picture mine as being a monster truck. I don't even know.
Yeah, we have to come up with something.
Oh,
We
let's
have
see.
Big Blue, Micro Machine,
Santa Claus.
Cyclops would be Dan's.
Yes, it's one mirror now. Yep, that's perfect.
He's got the one.
The Bronco was I used to call the Screaming Metal Death Trap.
Yeah.
That's not a good monster truck name.
I thought it was pretty good.
Screaming Metal Death Trap. The band.
If it don't fit, acquit.
We
Anyways.
I'm just gonna turn this way.
yeah.
You changing your fantasy football team name too?
Yeah. He said he's going to change it to why am I here?
Mine's gonna be projected to lose.
Mine is just going to stay the way that I have it.
But I still think Dan's takes the cake.
Oh, because my username is Dan Smith, not BYU.
Yes.
And I'd name my team the not East West team.
The not East West team. I love it. That's great. Well, did we have any other topics to go over tonight, gentlemen?
No, I
No.
was good with Dan smashing of his mirror
Yeah.
and Dan smashing of your face.
Yep. And
And-
fantasy football.
Right?
It's a theme. Dan smashing things.
Yeah, there you go. Can't wait to see what will happen next for Dan.
So is there going to be like a weekly update of the fantasy football?
Yeah, we'll
league?
talk about it
And our
next week,
goal,
yeah.
our goal as Zachary at the end of all this to do a big podcast with everybody that was in the league,
Every single person.
and then we could all discuss why I'm the best. And
Who had the best pick?
you know what we need
overall?
to do? You know what we need to do?
I don't. What do we need to do?
Here's what we need to do.
Okay, he's going
It's hit me. It's hit me. We need to construct a Croc trophy
We can make that happen easily.
for the league, and
Okay.
whoever wins
Gets the
gets
trophy.
a trophy
for
till
that
next year.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I love
And
it.
we put the winner on there.
I got the Shrek Crocs.
Mm-hmm.
I got
That's not like football themed though. We need to look up and see if they have football Crocs. Like
Sure
if they
they
have
do.
like they have to.
Somehow we have to get Crocs logo on top of a trophy.
Why don't we just get a trophy and put like a golden croc on it?
That could be a good idea too.
that's not a bad idea.
We could probably make that happen for sure.
We
buy a
need- we
croc
need-
and spray paint it gold.
We need a big, and then we can do like a video where we present the trophy,
Yes.
and then like a ticker tape
So
parade.
the I would say that the
We
loser.
can get an extra one of the McDonald's Crocs and spray paint it gold.
There you go. Beautiful.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
Mm.
And then we can construct the trophy.
Yeah.
We're pretty handy people. We can
We
make
are.
that happen.
So
And,
Rob's gonna do it.
and then, Nick, you could wood burn a plaque. So each year we can put in the. Yeah, so each
Look at
year
this,
you
look
could
at
put
us
in
go.
the.
They just have to steal it from the tree across the street.
Exactly. There you
That's
go.
what I'm
See
saying.
what
And then
you're
each
thinking here.
year we could put in like who won.
That's perfect.
And
This
then
is
you know,
awesome.
we'll do a video where we present the trophy.
And the loser of the toilet bowl has to get down on one knee and say wonderful things about the person that won, and then hand it to them.
Okay. I mean, there's like
Put the microphone by him so they can hear him.
Oh.
Say all of that again. Start over.
I said we can make the bottom of the trophy where you have two frames to slide the name in, and then as you exchange it each year, you take it out and we have like a main board with all the names on it. Oh, I like it. We could do that.
there is 5 other people in the league though that we're agreeing to them saying nice things if they're the last.
Oh, come on. What's wrong with saying nice things about
Yeah,
people?
no, I agree, and they have to do it wearing a toilet bowl hat.
Now we're talking.
Oh, wait a minute.
He's going off now, people. He's going off.
No, I gotta
The
see.
gears are turning.
I gotta see if it's still in my parents' garage.
What?
I had a toilet bowl Halloween costume.
Oh.
Oh my God.
I
Don't
poop
shake
you
your
not.
head, Nick. This is awesome.
I have a toilet bowl Halloween costume.
This is great. This is great. This is going to be awesome.
No.
Amazing.
It was no. It will fit anybody in our league. Toilet
do
bowl
it.
Halloween. You have to put on the
to
toilet bowl
put it
Halloween
on.
costume.
Get down on one knee.
This
and
is
say
it.
nice things.
This is
It's like,
it.
This is it.
That's not
Yep.
fair.
No, it'll fit. No.
No, if he loses, you have to lose. You have to come in last place, like exact last place. That's the person that has to do this.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
No, this is a great idea. Comment below, guys, if you guys would
Who are-
enjoy
who
to
are
see
you
this.
rooting
Who
for
are you rooting
to
for
win the fantasy
to win the
league?
fantasy?
Who are you
league?
rooting for to see in a toilet bowl costume?
Yeah, who's like to see in the toilet bowl costume? But anyway, if
I'm
there,
finding a picture of me in the
you're
toilet
finding a
bowl
picture of
costume
it.
right
Okay.
now.
While you're doing that, there were some gifts from good old Charity, one of our top fans, and she wanted me to present this to wanted me to unveil them on the podcast. So we have our guests here with us. So I figured that we could have them pull them out of the bag. I already know what one of them is because she told me, but she didn't tell me what my gift was, and she didn't tell me what Dave's gift was. She did tell me what Nick's gift was.
Oh man, I can't find the toilet bowl
So,
picture.
good Roberto,
That's me.
if you would be so kind as to take this and give it to the Nick.
Oh, and they are wrapped.
There we go.
Nick,
They're
I'll hold
wrapped.
the microphone for you as well.
Thank you. Oh, very nice. I think I know she's awesome. That's so nice of her. It is an updated flask. The same.
Here, put the microphone by him. I can't hear him.
Wow. Thank you so much. 2 mics now. Wow. I'm surround sound.
Oh, there
Thank
go.
you so much, Jared. This is awesome.
Yep,
Very,
they
very
updated
cool.
his Kickin and Crocs Tumblr. It's a Tumblr. Updated his
Tumblr.
updated his Kickin and Crocs Tumblr to Master Nick because he is promoted to Master recently. So now he has a Master Nick Tumblr. For the next one, oh boy, I'm pretty sure I remember. Okay, so Dan Smith, if you would like to take out the orange shirt and pass that to Master Dave. Charity, I'm sorry if I
orange
forgot. I'm
shirt.
pretty sure the orange one was Master Dave's. So if you want to.
To Steve. No, I'm just kidding.
It's not.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold.
Oh, here we go. It's an orange shirt, and it says on it,
I love you from the bottom of my Crocs. My catchphrase.
"Yay!"
Oh, yeah.
Look at
That's
that.
my catchphrase.
So we're getting merchandise without even selling it.
It
I
is
love
awesome.
Wait, show it to me. Is that a heart? It's got Crocs shaped in a heart. Oh my god! It's an orange shirt with two Crocs shaped in a heart. It says "Live for
That
the
is
Bum Crocs."
awesome.
Okay. And
Guess
then
what I'm
Rob,
wearing?
Pull out my shirt.
I'll just hold the bag
Oh,
and
okay.
turn it to you.
Okay, I'll take it. What did I get?
You stay kicking, Internet.
Oh no! Oh, this is actually really cool. Look. It says free hugs, and then it's someone doing a tomonage, a circle throw on somebody. I love that, Charity. That's awesome. That's great. Oh, man.
That's my favorite
That's
shirt.
amazing.
I love
And
that.
You know, what's funny is that these shirts only came about because she felt bad that Nick was getting a gift and that we weren't. So that's what she went and made
As
these.
well, she should not.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Charity. These are awesome.
Charity,
guys,
if you're looking for a gift for Dan Smith, he needs a mirror for a 1987 Nissan.
why'd you say it like that? A Nissan?
I was trying to think of what his car is. I know it's not a 1987.
No.
It isn't.
87.
He
a
needs
Nissan.
side sensors to avoid a
Sensors, right,
repeat
yeah.
event.
Exactly. And then Rob will take anything. Yeah, I mean, he's a good guy. He likes
I'm
gifts.
here.
He likes gifts. It doesn't matter to him.
I can't. I was looking for the picture of the toilet
Anything like
costume, but I
motorcycle
can't
related.
find it.
Rob likes motorcycle related
I
things.
do.
They
But
don't.
feel
They,
like
they
you have
don't
to
need
get
gifts.
though. Okay?
Nobody needs gifts.
No,
No.
not at all.
Rob likes One Piece stuff.
I do like One Piece.
It's
I'm
true.
wearing a one piece shirt right now.
Yes, you
It
are.
is a nice shirt.
Well, yeah. So, just to shout her out. So, Charity has this business called Lily Bell Designs. I will link the Instagram down in the description or show notes below. But if you guys are interested in checking them out and supporting them, she literally runs this business by herself. She does all the marketing. She does all the creation of the products. She ships the products herself. She does all of it. She's her own run business. So please, if you can support her, go check out Lily Bell Designs. There is text on the screen. Text on the screen right now. Bell Designs. All those noises. And if you are interested in helping to support her, then click the link down below. Unofficial sponsor. So yeah. Anything else anybody wants to add really quick? Some closing statements as we get ready to end it.
You stay kicking, Internet.
That's a great one. Nick, anything? No, you're good. Rob?
I feel so special right now. Yay.
Anything you want to add, Rob?
No, just good luck in fantasy this year.
Yeah.
It is great having Rob and Dan on, though. I look
It is.
forward to the fantasy results. I don't know much about it, but I like to win things, so I'm looking forward to it.
Just hoping they win.
I look forward to. We got to build the trophy, and
will.
then maybe we should do another podcast where we unveil, or a video where we unveil the trophy.
Yes. Agreed. Actually, I feel like we should save that for
Maybe
the
we
day
should
we
save that
present
for the
it,
game.
right?
Yeah.
But stay tuned, people. Oh, also, if you guys haven't watched it yet, we just released a little short of us going to McDonald's to get the Crocs Happy Meal. So if you guys could check that out on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, it's on every single one of those. And also keep a lookout for a video involving a sparring challenge that includes these two gentlemen right here sitting on the couch with us.
It includes,
Some would say some got dizzy.
Maybe.
it includes everybody
Very
on this
slow.
couch minus one.
Minus one person. Nick.
And
Well, we were missing one person from it, but I'm going to leave that last person a surprise. So comment below who you think that it's going to be in the video.
hey, Steve, what are your thoughts on Monsters Inc.?
Oh, okay, I get it. I was like, I love Monsters Inc. It's a great movie. It's a lot of fun, except for one part of it that I was not too fond of. Nick is very confused. I'm not going to explain it at all because that means he has to watch the video. Well, anyways, I think that's all that we got for tonight there, boys. So let's...
Stay kicking, internet.
Not yet.
Get it started. Yeah.
He came up with this line, and then he refuses to say it.
I
Every
said it
single
one
podcast.
time, and I
Let's
thought it was
kick
going to
it
be.
into.
You said it multiple times. I can go back
Let's
to the podcast.
kick this Croc at the comfort mood.
There it is.
And I
Love it.
love you from the bottom of my Crocs.
We have to hold the shirt up as you say that part, though. Okay? If you have not already, please make sure that you follow us on Instagram and on TikTok at Kickin and Crocs, KICKIN.in.Crocs. How do you spell Crocs?
Capital C-R-O-C-S.
Shh, it's not
The best.
It's not capital, it's lowercase, but sure, that's fine. Anyways, subscribe to us on YouTube.
Lowercase C-R-O-C-S.
Subscribe to us on YouTube to watch the video
Capital
versions of
the
this
best.
podcast.
Thank you.
That does spell Crocs.
Like the video if you enjoy it. Comment down below if you have any opinions on anything that we talked about today. Fantasy football, Dan knocking me out, Dan smashing his mirror.
And we have to beat last week's comment roll because we had a lot of comments last
We
week.
did.
So
They
trying to
tried
get
to reach
20.
that goal
Let's
of
do
20.
it. Let's get it.
They
Let's get it. Let's get
failed.
it.
You did not reach
Tell
20
your
comments.
friends to comment randomly. I don't even
You
care
can
what
always
they're talking
put
about.
JETS Jets
as one one
for
thing.
Steve.
One thing, right?
Separate
Wow,
comments.
yes, if
Letter
you'd
is a
like
separate
to
comment.
support a horrible football team, do that. It's awesome. Or you could talk about,
horrible
or you could just
football
write
team
the
is 2-1,
Devils
man,
over
I
and
don't
over
know.
again. Devils
for our buddy Dan Smith.
And whatever you're doing, if you're listening to us only and you don't want to comment, we want 5 stars or as many stars that are available as possible. Share with your friends at all of your fall events.
Yes.
Now that you're having your fall events, you're getting ready, even though it's really warm still, though.
It is. It's not fall
great
weather at all.
Yeah, it's like if you're like Rob and taking the bike out for a ride, as you're riding, and then you park your bike because we're gonna be safe here. Go onto our page, go onto all of our listening platforms, and give us 5 stars.
Amazing. Until next time.
Also,
Oh,
if you're interested in a Kickin and Crocs, the video game,
yes. Tell Dan Smith.
tell Dan Smith because he looks like he's really eager to do work on that.
It's so exciting.
It could be like Flappy Bird just with a croc. Flappy Bird is coming back, but
It is actually. I'm very excited.
topic for another day.
Exactly.
So every now and then I
They're
forget
old.
that Nick's old.
Yeah.
I know what
Yeah,
Flappy
yeah.
Bird is. He's like, Flappy Birds? I
No,
kick the
no,
birds
we're
off
not
my
angry.
lawn all the time. They flap away.
5 birds on my lawn.
Until next time. I've been Steve.
You don't want to. Okay.
What?
Guess
This is your
last.
time to say
Okay.
that. Yeah, guess go last. That's how we always done it. I've been
Always
Steve.
Dave, and I love you from the bottom of my Crocs.
Still Nick.
No, you're not. Now you're what?
Nick.
With the what? What's your thing say?
Masonic?
Correct. So you're not still Nick. You're a new version of Nick.
You are
I
master.
feel like a
Nick.
new version.
Mhm.
And our lovely guest.
He's been Dan.
I'm just Dan.
And?
Nothing more.
Who are you?
And I'm Rob.
And if you ain't crocking, then you ain't rocking. Stay kicking, internet.
Interesting people while styling while we run. It's Kickin' in Crocs. We're kicking in Crocs.